out the block where we really gang, where we don't never speak a word, we just let it bang. That's life up in the Vario where we could never hang. It's that before the sun, I swear to God I'll never rank. And boy, I'll never break, I'm built for this just like a tank. You diss me once, homie, you won't get another chance. And I won't even speak a word, I'll just let it blast. I put that on the Vario, homie, that I'm down to smash. And you come and test the water, see if it don't crack. And real G's never switch up, never take the stand. A real G keeps it solid, never rolls with rats. I'm true to the code, homie, never looking back. And ain't no dirt up in my name, homie, those are facts. I keep it G, homie, I don't never have to act. Ain't nothing like these suckers on the net that spitting cats, boosting up their name for the fame is considered trash. You already knew on where I stand, with the homies posted in the Vario daily packing straps. Boy, la vida loca, it be crazy in my habitat. That before dishonor is my code and ain't no turning back. That before dishonor is my code and ain't no turning back.
G-File.
Alright, now starting off right here in the city of Indio, because Indio is jam-packed full of gangs. There's a bunch of neighborhoods within this area, especially on the south side of Indio, which we'll be starting off first in. There's so many neighborhoods jam-packed in this area, it's crazy. And I'd like to give a shout out to the homie Pistol Blaster for putting a homie up on game. That's a homie right there. A real one right there. Gracias, my boy. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I always give credit where credit's due. Now, starting off right here, we have the largest of the neighborhoods within this area, which is the Southside Indio Sur Town Locotes. Now, I know the rest of the neighborhoods around this area claim Southside Indio. Well, they put Southside Indio. It's kind of like those things like Pacoima, Compton, Linwood, and etc. that I mentioned, that they put the area in which they're from, but they're different neighborhoods, but they put the area they're from. That goes for the neighborhoods over here. They put Southside Indio, but doesn't mean that they're like the same neighborhood. You get what I mean? They just claim the part of the area which they're from, Southside Indio. That's why you see them up like that. But this is Southside Indio, Surtown Locotes. Now, Surtown Locotes is the clica of Southside Indio. So they're not two separate neighborhoods. So when you see them up, that's how you write it. One being the actual neighborhood and then the other one being the clica. Now, their turf is pretty massive. Their turf extends from Indio Boulevard to Monroe Street. From Monroe Street, I would say their neighborhood extends all the way to where the freeway's at, to the 111 freeway, all the way to Jackson Street, and then where Jackson Street and Indio Boulevard meet up. So everything that's in the middle is considered their neighborhood, which is a vast chunk of territory. You know what I mean? We're talking about a lot of turf. You know what I mean? These guys have a lot of a vast chunk of neighborhood. But, they do have the numbers to, patrol this, all the way to the Miles Avenue Park and everything like that. They are a pretty large neighborhood, from what I was told, and from what the records show. They do have numbers, and they be holding it down. These guys also have made the news several times. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of reports on them as well, giving law enforcement a hard time over here. And only because there's so many neighborhoods jam-packed right here, and with a lot of the neighborhoods beefing it with each other, you're going to get this madre en acción. You know what I mean? There's going to be shit cracking all the damn time, because there's just so many neighborhoods jam-packed within one area. You know what I mean? Hardly any breathing room. So you're gonna get action. You get what I'm saying? But Southside Indio has been holding it down right here, the Surtown Locotes, for a cool minute already. One of the originators, and continue to do so, and continue to strive. You know what I mean? And putting theirs on the map. These guys ain't no suckers. You know what I mean? Like I said, people think that nothing's cracking in Indio, that is dead over there. Like I'm saying, like you try to be huffing and puffing all that stuff or trying to set up shop, I guarantee you they gonna roll you up. You know what I mean? These guys ain't playing. You know what I mean? Just because it's out there like in the desert doesn't mean that there ain't nothing cracking. As a matter of fact, it just makes it harder to find you when they bury you. The desert's not playing, my boy. It be going down, and that's what's up with the Southside Indio Surtown Locotes right there, representing for theirs and putting theirs on the map. And now right here, another neighborhood that we have right here in the south side of Indio that also claims Southside Indio. We have the JT neighborhood, JT being the Jackson Terrace neighborhood. Jackson Terrace boys or locals, or they write it several different ways. Now Jackson Terrace is the reason it's called that. They are located on Jackson Street. You know what I mean? By the their dojo's almost by the Jackson Park. You know what I mean? The South Jackson Park is home domain dojo for them. You know what I mean? You can find them spread out through Data Avenue, through Linda Flora Street, through Plaza Avenue, through all of that. You know what I mean? Their turf actually consists of Oasis Street all the way to Kareem Boulevard, and then from Kareem Boulevard all the way to Cajon Street, and then from Cajon Street I would have to say all the way to where the freeway's at is their turf. So what's in the middle, it's what's considered their territory. You know what I mean? Really close to Mecca Vine right there. You know what I mean? No breathing room between these neighborhoods. The neighborhoods are literally just right there neck to neck. You know what I mean? With only one street literally separating both neighborhoods, so you can imagine how it'd be cracking right there. Like I said, it'd be no joke right here. But Jackson Terrace is one neighborhood that handles their business. They're a neighborhood that, as a matter of fact, as a report shows right here, they have been called one of the most dangerous neighborhoods by law enforcement on this side, next to the Dream Home neighborhood. You know what I mean? And the San Rafa's neighborhood. They're the next one they consider to be very dangerous and a main priority because of the criminal activity that they conduct and the desmadre that be going down. Like I said, these guys ain't these guys ain't playing, homie. These guys are definitely getting it cracking. They keep it active. It be going down right here, for that VGAT. You know what I'm saying? These guys ain't no suckers, homie. They made the news several times. Like I said, give law enforcement a hard time, and all kinds of shit be cracking down. This neighborhood definitely puts theirs on the map. That's without a doubt. You know what I mean? People could call it, them small, or because they're not the originators or whatever. But at the end of the day, homie, you can't take nothing from them, homie. Those are the facts. They put in work. You might not like them, but that still doesn't change the facts. And they have a really good rapper that raps for them, Gumby. Go check out his music. Homie's very, very, very talented, skillful. I have reacted to a few of his tracks right here on this channel. Scope him out. That's Gumby from Jackson Terrace. You won't be disappointed. Homie definitely has skills. And that's what's up with the Southside Indio Jackson Terrace right here, representing for them. Now, another neighborhood that we have right here is Vario Mecca, Vineyard, La Yarda, Cyclones. Shout out to my homie Güero. That's the boy right there. La Mecca, Vineyard, La Yarda, Cyclones. Now this neighborhood, not to be confused with Mecca, Rifa, two different neighborhoods. As a matter of fact, these guys are located in Indio. They're not located in Mecca. Now, the reason they're named Vario Mecca Vineyard is that was the name of the apartments in which they hang out in. Now the apartment name has been changed, but that was the name of the apartment plexes in which they used to hang out in. They changed the name, but the neighborhood still, kept their roots in the original and kept the name. You know what I mean? People could change thinking that that's going to stop the problems, but that's not going to stop a damn thing. That's just how it is, real talk. Now, Mecca Vineyard, La Yarda Cyclones. Now, their neighborhood is really, really close to Jackson Terrace. Like I said, they literally share territories. So it's chaotic right here. You know what I mean? Now, their neighborhood is on the opposite end of Kareem Boulevard, all the way to Cajon Street as well. And I would say all the way to Marshall Street. So everything that's in the middle is considered their neighborhood. So what's Gray Street, what's Sage Street, what's Sultan Street, what's Flower Street, what's the Golf Center Parkway, like I said, they got a pretty decent size of territory in which they're roaming around. I mean, it's not as large as some of these other neighborhoods around here. You know what I mean? Due to the fact that Jackson Terrace and Mecca Vineyard kind of have to share that. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, these guys, both neighborhoods handle their business, homie. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, when there's a neighborhood, you're gonna have riders in these neighborhoods. You know what I mean? On either side, regardless of the talk that people want to do. That's hatred, obviously, because there's their enemies. They're not gonna want to, give them, compliment them or anything like that. But I'm not here to play those childish games. I'm only here to spit the facts, and the facts are that both neighborhoods have riders. All these neighborhoods have riders. You know what I mean? That's real talk. You get what I'm saying? To say otherwise is being ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only here to call it for what it is, keeping it real, and never be bullshitting. And so for those who say otherwise, I mean, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, who you trying to fool? It's never good to lie. So Mecca Vineyard right here, the Yarda Cyclones definitely handles their business. They've been with the business, been right here, well established, continue to represent theirs and continue to put theirs on the map. You know what I mean? These guys ain't no suckers, but that's what's up with the Mecca Vineyard right there. Now, another large neighborhood that we have right here in the south side of Indio. You have the PVC neighborhood. Now, the PVC neighborhood translates to Puro, Vario, Campo, 48th Avenue. That's where you can find them. That's their main domain, their dojo, where it be going down. 48th Avenue is, that's their stomping grounds. You get what I'm saying? I mean, they have much larger turf than that. I would say their territory extends from Cajon Street all the way to Avenue 48th. From Avenue 48th, I would say it extends all the way towards Luzon Street. From Luzon Street, I would say it goes all the way to towards Van Buren Street. And from Van Buren Street, I would have to say all the way to MacArthur Street. So everything that's in the middle is considered their territory, their turf, their domain. I know it's really close to the Penn West neighborhood, because the Penn West neighborhood does, stay right there as well. Like I said, there's just no breathing room over here with all these neighborhoods just jam-packed in this area. You know what I mean? And it's treacherous, homie. It be going down. This is another neighborhood that has given law enforcement a hard time, that has made the news, that they hit with sweeps and everything like that. You know what I mean? When they rounded up on all those sweeps, when they rounded up like Southside Indio and Jackson Terrace, Campo was also part of that that got hit with that. You know what I mean? That got rounded up. Like I said, these guys it's cracking over here, man. These neighborhoods be doing their thing, homie. These guys ain't no chance. They keep it active out here, homie. It's active out here. It goes down. Not only that, this neighborhood also has some rappers that you can check out their music right here on YouTube. I think they have a few CDs and a few tracks right here you can scope out. For those who like the Chicano rap music, you got some individuals that rap out of this group. Actually, several of them. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's who this neighborhood is. Has been already right here for a cool minute. Well established neighborhood, well known, well recognized. The Campo neighborhood is pretty large, even though they use pocos pero locos, but they're pretty decent size. I ain't even gonna lie, homie. You know what I mean? They're pretty large. You know what I'm saying? For this area, because you got to keep it in mind that the area, is still in the high desert. You get what I'm saying? So it's not as overpopulated like the city life is and stuff like that. So to still have neighborhoods that have numbers of that magnitude, is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's one of the neighborhoods that's be holding it down right here in the war zone as well. For that PVC, that's that Puro Vario Campo, 48th Avenue, holding it down and representing and still putting theirs on the map. You know what I mean? Now, here's a more smaller neighborhood that's located right here in Southside Indio that also, represents, for Southside of Indio. You have the Vario MF. Now, the Vario MF trans to Mayfair, Vario Mayfair. So that's Southside Indio, Vario Mayfair. Like I said, they just cleaned the city. So It's different hoods, not to be confused with the rest. I know people think it's a tagging crew and stuff like that, but no, Vario Mayfair is a real neighborhood with real riders that really hold it down. You know what I mean? Those guys ain't no suckers. They're right there on Mayfair. Like I said, their territory is a lot more smaller than that. It's old school as some of these other neighborhoods. You know, them being a lot more smaller and newer is the reason, you know, for that. But like I said, numbers never mean anything, and they have their riders, and they you know, they stand 10 toes down, homie. And as long as they're light, hey, they put it down, homie. But that's what's up with the Mayfair Avenue, Mayfair neighborhood right there.